Hi there. So today I'm going to do a step one of how to make a RetroPie out of a Raspberry Pi. The build I'm going to be using is for Raspberry Pi 2 and 3, or 02. I have a Raspberry Pi 3, so I'm going to be using this one. This is on the retropie.org.uk download site, .uk, and then download is the next part. Raspberry Pi, click on that, and it's going to start downloading the zipped image. I actually have the image already. So I'm going to go RetroPie. You would unzip this using 7-zip or some other decompression software. And then this disk image file is what you're going to flash to your SD card. So the SD card, for this one I didn't have to format it, but the previous one I did have to reformat it. I only have the two options here. exFAT is what we're going to use. If you're not sure about the difference, there's a lot of articles online. The other one I used was FAT32, which is actually might be ideal for the RetroPie, because it's older and is going to allow for the maximum compatibility with a computer or game console. But we have exFAT in this one, so hopefully it will work. So yeah, if you do get a pop-up, format's going to delete everything anyways. exFAT, it should be fine to discontinue like this. So next thing we'll get is the Flash software. This one works well. balina.io/etcher. Just download it there, install it, and then the actual software looks like this. So flash from file, we're going to select the disk image file, then we're going to select our target, which is going to be the F drive. Check, yeah, USB F drive. Select, yeah, we don't want to flash any of those. Oh, no, whoops. Just that one. Select, and then you would go flash there. Yes. And then from there, it's going to take 5-10 minutes. Yeah. And then that would be the step one of getting RetroPie set up on a Raspberry Pi. Hey there. So just plugged in the SD card to the Raspberry Pi. So it's booting up the flash image of the RetroPie, and it's going to do the Raspberry Pi first and then the RetroPie. So it's going to show all the systems here. Emulation station you want to see, means it's working. I'm not going to do the gamepad yet, but I will do some other config settings. So I'll press F4. I have a keyboard and the power and HDMI just plugged into the RetroPie right now. So I would try this command sudo squiggly, but because the default is a UK keyboard, it doesn't come out as a squiggle. It comes out as a backwards upside down L. I'm gonna finish typing in the command anyways. Message does not see it. So instead of that, we're going to go to Raspberry Pi. Oh, sudo Raspberry Pi. Cool.
So, yeah, now we're in the configuration setting for Raspberry Pi instead of RetroPie. So all the Raspberry Pis will have this. Down to localization options, go keyboard, press enter. Let's take a second. We're going to go generic 105 PC, bracket Intel, all UK options until you go down to other, and you go US, enter. Top one is fine. The default for keyboard input, layout, no compose key, and press OK, or enter again. Cool. So yeah, the keyboard should be on the US version now. So next we're going to do set up Wi-Fi, which is system options, wireless LAN, and then we'll type in the SSID, so your network name. Then the password. Cool. So we should be connected to the Wi-Fi when we reboot now. And then the last one we're going to do, so you can transfer ROMs to the files, is the SSH. So it's disabled by default, but you go down to interface options and then SSH. So I need to enable the SSH server. Yes. It is enabled. And then we're going to go down to finish and reboot the Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, I'll boot up like that. I'm actually running this in a VM just to show this start menu and record it. I'll do another one on a phone recording just to show the actual Raspberry Pi and the RetroPie running on that, but it's going to look the same here. So I have a controller plugged in. I'm using a Nintendo Switch Rock Candy one. It's like a miniature Pro controller. Got it for 20 bucks. It works pretty good. So then you'll just start doing the buttons here. Oh, right, autolog, yeah. Do it again. Cool. Yeah, and then it will go through to the main menu here. Depending on what games you have on there, we'll show the different consoles. And then we'll have the RetroPie options as well, configuration. I just put a PlayStation Twisted Metal on here. Whatever you put in as the file name, it will show there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hey there. So yeah, the last thing is just a couple apps that really help with setting up the Raspberry Pi and working with it. So the first one's going to be Putty, pretty common networking app. So you connect to the Pi. It's the IP for this one, and the default password is Pi. Or sorry, the default user is Pi, and the password is Raspberry. And then yeah, we're connected to our Pi. So if we wanted to go into Raspberry Pi config and do whatever we needed to do from there. But yeah, that's all we'll do for now. Finish, back to the command. Then for the other one, it's win scp, which is just going to let us connect and transfer some ROM files to our Raspberry Pi. So yeah, I got a few systems here that I've been playing around with. In the, make it full screen here so it's easier to see. This is the Pi here. Go into RetroPie, and then ROMs, and then it's going to have all your systems here. So we're going to do some N64 games. Blank right now. It's a brand new image I'm working on. And then I have a few. So we'll do, I don't know, Bomberman, 1080 Snowboard, Boarding, and Star Fox. And then you can upload them there. Okay. And then, yeah, it's going to take a little while. N64 games aren't huge. I noticed the PS1 games are pretty big. But, yeah, there it is. So, yeah, once you boot up the RetroPie again, you will see these 3 games underneath the N64 option, and you should be good to go. Thanks for watching.